Our planet, a cradle of life, is facing an unprecedented challenge. Climate change, a phenomenon with far-reaching consequences, is altering the delicate balance of our natural world. Understanding this change is not just the purview of scientists and policymakers. It is imperative for each and every one of us. The future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come hinges on our collective response to this global crisis. It is time to move beyond denial and embrace the reality before us. Climate change is real, it is happening now, and it demands our urgent attention. Please remember to subscribe to this channel and like this video. Thank you for your support. Climate change, in its simplest terms, refers to the long-term alteration of Earth's climate patterns. Unlike weather, which fluctuates on a daily basis, climate encompasses the average weather conditions over extended periods, spanning decades to millennia. The key driver of our planet's climate is the sun's energy, which warms the Earth's surface and atmosphere. This energy is then radiated back into space. Gases in our atmosphere, known as greenhouse gases, trap some of this outgoing heat, maintaining a temperature suitable for life. However, human activities have significantly increased the concentration of these greenhouse gases, leading to an enhanced greenhouse effect and a warming planet. While natural processes do influence Earth's climate, the overwhelming scientific consensus points to human activities as the dominant cause of the current warming trend. The burning of fossil fuels for energy, deforestation, and industrial processes release massive amounts of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide into the atmosphere. These gases act like a blanket around the Earth, trapping more heat and causing the planet's temperature to rise at an alarming rate. This human-induced warming is driving the unprecedented changes we are witnessing in our climate system. The impacts of climate change are already being felt across the globe, manifesting in a myriad of ways. From the poles to the equator, no region is untouched by its far-reaching effects. Rising global temperatures are causing glaciers and ice caps to melt at an accelerated pace, contributing to rising sea levels. This melting not only affects sea levels, but also disrupts freshwater supplies for millions of people. Coastal communities face the looming threat of inundation, while island nations are at risk of disappearing entirely. The rising waters are not just a future concern. They are already forcing people to relocate, creating climate refugees. Extreme weather events such as hurricanes, droughts, floods, and wildfires are becoming more frequent and intense, displacing communities, destroying infrastructure, and disrupting ecosystems. These events are not isolated incidents, but part of a growing pattern of climate instability. Changes in precipitation patterns are altering agricultural yields, threatening food security in vulnerable regions. Farmers are struggling to adapt to the new climate reality, facing unpredictable weather that can devastate crops and livelihoods. The delicate balance of our planet's ecosystems is being disrupted, leading to biodiversity loss and the potential collapse of vital ecosystems. Wildlife habitats are shrinking and species are being pushed to the brink of extinction, threatening the intricate web of life that sustains us all. Section 5. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, evidence of a planet in distress. The evidence of a changing climate is irrefutable and can be observed across the globe. From the melting ice caps in the Arctic to the bleaching of coral reefs in the tropics, the signs are everywhere. Global average temperatures have risen by approximately 1 degree Celsius or 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 19th century. This seemingly small increase has had profound effects on our planet's ecosystems and weather patterns. The past 4 decades have witnessed the most significant warming, with each decade warmer than the last. This trend is not just a statistical anomaly, but a clear indicator of human impact on the environment. Sea levels are rising at an alarming rate, driven by the melting of glaciers and ice sheets, as well as the thermal expansion of seawater. This rise in sea levels is not just a future threat, but a present reality. Coastal erosion and flooding are becoming increasingly common, affecting millions of people living in coastal areas. Cities like Miami, New York, and Jakarta are already experiencing the impacts, with frequent flooding and damage to infrastructure. The frequency and intensity of extreme weather events have surged in recent decades. Hurricanes, wildfires, and tornadoes are becoming more severe and more frequent, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. These extreme weather events leave a trail of devastation in their wake, displacing communities, destroying homes, and overwhelming emergency services. The economic and social costs are staggering. Glaciers and ice sheets are retreating at an unprecedented rate, contributing to rising sea levels and threatening water resources for millions of people who depend on glacial meltwater for their daily needs. The loss of these ice masses not only contributes to sea level rise, but also disrupts local ecosystems and economies. Communities near retreating glaciers are facing water scarcity, affecting agriculture and livelihoods. These observed changes are consistent with scientific projections made decades ago. Climate models have accurately predicted the trends we are witnessing today, underscoring the reliability of climate science. The urgency of addressing this global challenge cannot be overstated. From grassroots climate protests to international policy meetings, the call for action is growing louder. Renewable energy projects and sustainable practices offer hope, but immediate and sustained efforts are crucial to mitigate the impacts of climate change. Section 6, the ticking clock, why we must act now. The urgency of the climate crisis cannot be overstated. We are approaching tipping points that could lead to irreversible and catastrophic consequences. The longer we delay action, the more severe the impacts will become, and the more challenging and costly it will be to mitigate them. The time for complacency is long gone. The time for decisive action is now. Every fraction of a degree of warming averted, every ton of greenhouse gas emissions reduced can make a difference in averting the worst impacts of climate change and securing a livable future for all. Section 7. Turning the tide solutions for a sustainable future. While the challenges posed by climate change are significant, they are not insurmountable. We possess the knowledge, technology, and resources to transition to a more sustainable future. A rapid and equitable shift away from fossil fuels towards renewable energy sources such as solar, wind, and geothermal is paramount. Investing in energy efficiency measures can significantly reduce our energy consumption and carbon footprint. Protecting and restoring our forests, which act as vital carbon sinks, is crucial in mitigating climate change. Sustainable agricultural practices such as regenerative agriculture and agroforestry can help sequester carbon in the soil while enhancing food security. Section 8. A collective effort. From individuals to nations, everyone has a role to play. Addressing climate change requires a collective effort from individuals, communities, businesses, and governments worldwide. Each and every one of us has a role to play in this global endeavor. We can reduce our individual carbon footprints by making conscious choices in our daily lives, such as using public transportation, cycling, walking, adopting energy-efficient appliances, reducing our consumption of meat and dairy products, and supporting sustainable businesses. By raising awareness, engaging in political advocacy, and holding our leaders accountable, we can drive systemic change and accelerate the transition to a low-carbon future. Section 9. Investing in our future. The benefits of climate action. Taking action to address climate change is not just an environmental imperative. It is also an investment in our economic prosperity, public health, and social well-being. Transitioning to a clean energy economy will create new jobs, reduce air pollution, and improve public health. Investing in climate resilience measures will protect our communities from the impacts of climate change, saving lives and reducing economic losses. By embracing sustainable practices, we can build a more equitable and just society for all. Section 10. Our legacy, our choice, a call to safeguard our planet. In this pivotal moment, we are reminded of the profound impact our actions have on the world around us. The choices we make today will determine the future of our planet and the well-being of generations to come. Every decision, no matter how small, contributes to the larger picture of our environmental health. We have a moral obligation to act as stewards of our environment and leave behind a world that is healthy, vibrant, and sustainable. This responsibility extends beyond our immediate surroundings to the global community, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all life on Earth. By embracing the challenge of climate change with urgency, determination, and a spirit of collaboration, we can forge a path towards a brighter and more sustainable future for all. It is through innovative solutions and collective effort that we can address the pressing issues of our time. Let us not bequeath a legacy of inaction and regret to future generations. Instead, let us inspire them with our commitment to positive change and our dedication to preserving the natural world. Let us rise to the occasion and secure a future where both humanity and nature can thrive in harmony. Together we can create a world where the beauty and diversity of our planet are cherished and protected for all time.